content. Michael, do you want to kick us off?
Sure, I will. But I'll take a drop of Ishka there first.
All good, Mike. How are you?
All good, not so bad, Mike. Good to see you.
You too.
Conor, can I just ask you initially about the game against Wales last weekend, and the sort of the learnings you've taken from that, pardon my coaching expression, with a view to trying to improve this week?
Yeah, I think firstly a lot of positives. That's probably why it's more frustrating, is that there's so many positives from that game in terms of the way we played, the way we attacked, our breakdown, speed of ball, and a good few other things. And I suppose just the access, to put it simply, the access we gave them into the game in that third 20 minutes, the third quarter, easy access into our half, and they converted opportunities in our 22, which defensively looking back on is a little bit frustrating, but giving them the access in the first place is probably the most fixable thing that we can concentrate on this week. And again, I'll say it's so frustrating because we played so well with 14 men as well. We showed a lot of character. Our shape and going back to our attack was really good even with 14 men. That's probably when it gets the most difficult, is when you're down a man and you're trying to attack and keep your shape. And I thought we fought hard for each other and worked really hard for each other, and really disappointing, but so much to be positive about. So much to be positive about leading into such a big game against such a good side. If we had played poorly over there in Wales and lost and didn't really fire any shots, you'd be a lot more edgy this week. Whereas we've a lot of positives to take from it, and we want to get better. And you probably heard us before. We're hugely excited about what this group can bring, and we showed a bit of it last week, and we have to show it this week.
It certainly is a big test, isn't it? I mean, when you're taking on a team like France, probably now the raging favourites for the Six Nations Championship, potentially, you will be up against Antoine Dupont. I saw Aaron Smith this morning saying he's the best scrum half in the world right now. It really kind of brings into focus the quality they have, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's flying it. To be honest, he had a massive game last weekend against Italy, and we can't afford to give him that space. And I suppose defending a 9 that's in form like that, if you concentrate solely on him, then it brings other players into the game. So we know we've a huge task this weekend against a really good French side. We've been here before. We've played teams with threats all over the park, which France do. At out half, with guys like Teddy Thomas on the wing, with genuine pace, and they can hurt you from anywhere. So with that amount of threats, we really got to focus on ourselves, in defence, focus on on what we can do, the speed of ball they get, our how solid we are around the ruck, things like that we need to focus on, and look at ourselves first, and then obviously have an awareness of the threats that they do have in Dupont and Jalibert and players like that, and if we get our stuff right, then looking after them becomes an awful lot easier. But you said it. It's a huge task. We've been here before. We put in a performance this weekend, and hopefully the result goes our way. It's suddenly the conversation has a completely different tone to it. So that's the lads have. The training we had there today was really, really good. Players weren't feeling sorry for themselves at all. I think that has to do with how promising we felt in Cardiff. So lads are enjoying their work, and hopefully you'll see that on Sunday.
Good man, thanks for talking to me.
Cheers.
Good week.
Hi, Conor, Sinead here in Virgin Media News. Is that something that could have been an issue that you might have felt sorry for yourselves?
Yeah, I think it's always a danger. I suppose, after a loss like that, in a loss in a game where you felt on top of things, and you felt not comfortable, but you felt that you had the Welsh side under pressure, and I thought we played quite well, and you don't deserve anything in international rugby, but we did a lot of good things in that game. And I suppose when you lose a game like that, there probably is a danger that lads are, thinking, one that got away, now things look really, really difficult for ourselves. But maybe it's we've players that have had those type of experiences before, and know that sulking or feeling sorry for yourself, moping around the hotel, isn't going to fix things for France. So I think lads have just shook it off. remain positive, because there are positives to take from Cardiff. A lot of work on us too, but definitely a lot of positives. And I think lads have, you can see it in their body language, the way we trained out there today. People are buzzing and are looking forward to, this is a huge game for us. There's no hiding now after losing our first game, and I think the lads know that and are hungry to face up to the challenge.
I know there's no hiding, there's no Peter O'Mahony either. Did he apologise to you in the dressing room afterwards?
He didn't need to, because it's not like he swung out at someone or attacked someone. It was a genuine mistake. It was just unlucky. I think a lot of things, lucky things came together for Thomas Francis's head to be in that position in a ruck. It was really unlucky. Pete, you can see him going into the ruck. There was no malice in it. He was just trying to do his best for the team and keep the ruck ball really quick. And it is a red card at the end of the day. It is contact with the head, which we all know. But Pete didn't mean that. Pete wasn't trying to go out on his own and hurt someone. He was just trying to do his job. And really unlucky for something like that to happen. And he's bitterly disappointed. He'll tell you that himself. So there was no need to apologise. There's nothing he did wrong. It was just pure bad luck. From my opinion, he's not that type of player. And hopefully he can, his influence off the pitch is going to be huge too. So we'll always rely on Pete in a leadership role. I'm done.
Hey guys, anything further there for Conor?
Conor, just on DuPont again, were you even yourself almost in awe with what he did, with some of, did he have the score the try worst sits in that game against Italy? Yeah,
he had a lot of good moments, really good moments, with the kick through for a try, the offload for another one, support line. He had an all action display. I know how good he is. I know exactly, he's on the top of the game at the moment, and he deserves the plaudits. And he's a massive threat. So I think he's a fantastic player. A lot of respect for him, and that kind of, that's exciting too, to come up against a player in that form and try and prove yourself against that. They're the exciting weeks and really test yourself. So personally, and I'm sure Jameson and Craig will tell you the same thing, the chance to come up and put yourself against that kind of player is really exciting. So hopefully looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that actually. When you come up against who is now regarded at the moment as one of the best in the world, do you feel that little bit more on edge?
Yeah, it puts. I suppose. Yeah, you're aware of how well they're playing and how much of a threat they are, and it motivates you to play your game and play your game as well as you can. So it's a little sharpener for the mind. It's a bit of a challenge. It's a massive challenge, and hopefully I can rise to that. That's been the case for coming up against big teams throughout the years. It's we've had some great days against them, and it's not about individuals. It's this team can front up when it needs to, historically. So hopefully that can happen. Like I said again about the session we had there, you can feel it. Lads know how big a challenge this week is. We know we can't really afford to slip up again, and that's the vibe around camp, which is. It's great to be around that. Not much needs to be said. People, they're kind of leading it by their actions at the moment, and it's going to be a cracker on Sunday, hopefully.
Good luck, thanks.
Cheers.
Okay, folks, I think we're good there, so we'll let Conor go. Okay.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Guys.